Hey, what up? It's New Age Chat, and I call this shedding skin. Now that I think about it, I have a blog post called I have a blog that's called Shedding Skin. I haven't. Wow, that's interesting that that comes up now at this time. So now I'm definitely going to have to check in and see what that blog post could be about moving forward. Very interesting. Shedding skin. The symbology of releasing oneself from restrictions is showing itself to me. A lot of us during this time, before we can see the proper manifestation of the realness that you've called forth, a shedding of the energetic space is what might become evident as you begin to shed layers of your own. Skin being hair, follicles, as we gently exfoliate our bodies, our minds, our souls, and our spirit. Slowly, as we encounter the many manifestations of preconceptions and notions implanted into your mind, will no longer see its way forth. So we're clearing the mental space. You might even find yourself like in bouts of exhaustion and feeling like you really just need to sleep. And at other times you can feel consistently like liberated and fully energized. There's a call forward, but the call hasn't always been made for the weak. And this is how we choose to like funnel ourselves. You're shedding skin. We're shedding skin. Intellectual property and intellectual knowing, yeah, you just continue to doubt yourself and the things that we are telling you, or the things that you are channeling, or the things that you are manifesting, which then ultimately results in a trip up on your behalf. I mean, if you continue to do it, then the tripping will continue to happen. It's more so like, get a hold of yourself. You've manifested a new destiny, a destiny that you said that you can reach, the one that you said that you'd like to acquire, the one that you so desperately put your hand out for and reached for continuously over and over again. The secondary thoughts that happen and occur in between are like little dings making or marking a new car. Your chrysalis, you're shedding new skin. We might find ourselves going on like this like loop-de-loop as well, Is it the Ouroboros, the snake that like eats at his own tail? It's a time-space continuum where you just kind of wrap around in loops until there's no debris that is left to be eaten and or consumed. So you find yourself looping back and looping back, sometimes feeling like you're losing control more and more and more so. But what is happening is an expertise of your craft. It brings on a certain type of freedom that wasn't necessarily available to you before, because of the time blockages that you kept encountering until your muscles became limber and clear. Now you're doing like heavy weightlifting and lifting and shit like it's nobody's business, and you're wondering where the fucking challenge is. I mean, where's the thrill in this? Does it even hurt anymore? I mean, so is it just time to flex? It should be, it could be, but it's all a matter of like your tonality and how it is that you've like chosen to tone yourself up or down, till now. I don't know. It was your choice. What did you choose? We're shedding skin, let's not forget. Let the layers unfold and let the colors show, right? What's meant for you will always be for you. And you'll see it there at the end of the day. Time, connection. Time, connection, and we find ourselves in comparison to the other one who said that they would never leave us. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. I mean, practicality, I don't really see that happening, although there's a stellium in the sign of Taurus, which is all about like slow and steady progress, hard work, you know, heavy lifting, you know, pulling carriages for Christ's sake, like pulling very heavy loads in order to like make sure there's fruit to harvest at the end of the road, you know. Now Pisces sextiles Taurus, and I'd say they really get along quite well, you know. Taurus is pulling out a lot of like dreamscapes from the Piscean realms, only to make it once manifest. Of course, just like anything else, a crossroads always presents itself, but I think that you've already chosen your road. Conclusions are within reach. Your dreams need a practical plan. So what is it that you see exactly in your mind's eye, and how is it that you're choosing to allow it to unfold? I mean, how is it unfolding when you see it, when you dream it, when you smell it, when you taste it? It's all about using the eye, the mind's eye, and then the real eye, so that you could actually manifest what it is that you see through or via your image. A personal issue reaches resolution. So we've been working long and hard to like really square away a lot of our issues, a lot of our debts, a lot of our quarrels and squabbles. And we're really taking this, you know, we've done a lot of internal work essentially. And we're going to begin to see a lot of this clear up in our external reality. A personal issue reaches conclusion. You're very close to achieving your goal. So, I mean, we keep, you know, this is like what, full moon, and then we have like a gibbous full moon. Okay, it's basically like there. So it's all about like the unexpected, but it's not exactly when you've known it all along, right? Because you've been contributing to it every single day. We have the Page of Swords, the Devil, the Fool, right? The you know, the road always gets toughest towards the end. The final obstacles, or the final obstacle leading to the victory, is always the hardest and always brings onto you the most temptation. You know, it offers you pathways and doors, and for you to like take a reprieve and a break from your path. It's like, I know you're very tired. How about this drink of water? How about this apple? How about this meal? Or how about you come over here and sit down? It's great for you to do those things based upon your own discernment, but it's when like the external realm begins to kind of detract you from your path or your winnings. It's about keeping your wits about you, the Devil and the Page of Swords and the Fool card, and really staying true to one's internal compass. There's a lot of risks that you will have to take, and there's roads that you will be traveling alone. Be mindful of being swayed by like sweet candies, you know. Depending on your willpower and your final base is what's going to determine your route forward, and into which the level of success that you will achieve based on your ability to maintain your fundamental integral principles, one that you've developed solely based on character and time. Six of Cups and the Two of Wands. So, I mean, right when we decide to embark on our journey is when we find that someone else is going to step through the door with you, almost as if crossing paths. So do we meet here once again in order to change the timing sphere and have a new beginning where we are able to step through new doors together? So there's a lot about meeting up with fate, and meeting up with destiny. The very moment that you decide to put your inhibitions aside and your temptations aside and, decide, even though you don't mentally clearly understand what is going to unfold before you, you solely put the trust in yourself, even at the expense of perhaps making a really big mistake. But ultimately, life pushes you into a corner where you have no choice but to take some sort of risky action. And we'll find that this risk, right, that we've kind of taken based off of blind faith, or like internal, or that internal dreamscape that Pisces offers us, we'll find ourselves right back where we started and are anticipated. The original dream, the original familiar feeling that we've been basically chasing this whole time, or welcoming, if you would, trying to have it come closer and closer to us. So it's not about chasing it, but about having the gravitas, or having the gravity, or the pull, the enigma, the juice, the mystery, the attraction that is steep enough and deep enough to be able to receive what it is that you're calling in, that you're manifesting on an emotional level, right? With this original idea and this dreamscape. So we're shedding skin right now. So you could be shedding hair, shedding pounds, shedding water, detoxing. You're shedding somewhere in your life area. And I'm sure that this is something that can be visible physically. If you are seeing something in your life shed, could even be the plants around you, this is a signal that you are on the right path and that you are shedding your chrysalis. You are creating space energetically, and that might result as some sort of minute loss in your environment. So this is just a message to affirm to you that, like I said before, your dreams are coming true. And that's what I have for you today, and I'll talk to you soon. Later. Believe it. Believe it. Remember that doubt, those dents in that new car? Be careful. I'll talk to you later.